Hello everyone, happy Wednesday and happy bingo day. Of course I need to turn off my volume. I can't turn it off ahead of time because I have to listen to the intro video to know when to switch over, and I tried clicking it off first and it didn't work, so that's okay. We will make it work. Welcome everybody. I'm super excited about this bingo. We do have one Christmas card and three fall cards. So we're going to have a lot of fun. Hello everybody. I saw a lot of hellos already. Welcome to your first time bingo, everybody. If it's your first time, I will go over the rules, so don't worry about it. And I'm just taking a look here. Yay, Nancy leaves early. All right, so welcome everybody. Bingo is officially sold out. I just sold my last one, and so those are sold out. And so I appreciate you all playing. It's going to be a really fun evening. It's been a crazy day. Why can't it be a normal, calm day? Never. But that's okay. I got a lot done today. I've been working a lot of stuff. I normally watch my grandson today, and I did not have to because Daddy has COVID. So my son has COVID. He went on a trip this last weekend to Santa Cruz. And so he and his sister-in-law and the other two, they're not sure, but right now they're negative. They have COVID. So they were house sitting, and all four of them with my grandson went, and they had a great weekend. But now, and my son, he said he just feels like he has a cold. So that's the good news. All right. Hello, everybody. So what else I want to tell you is thank you to those people. I offered this, which is the tree lot dies, the camper shell dies, and then the pool party and soft sea foam cards and envelopes for anybody that put in a $500 order. No, $150 order. I sent these to you for free. So you still get your Stampin' Up! Or your Sale-a-bration items in your host rewards, and then I'm sending these to you for free. I still have some. When I mentioned that I had 5, I knew positively that I had 5. So I had to go through and dig everything. I knew I had more of these. I wasn't sure how many dies. So I still have some available. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm very, very close to my next goal, which is $100,000 in sales. And so I am still offering this. If you are wanting these, just put in a $150 order with me, and just message me and let me know. I put it in. I'd love the dies and envelopes, and I will get this to you. If you don't need them, that would be awesome to let me know. I can pass them on to somebody that has been wanting them and looking for them. So that's kind of my goal, but also to help me reach my other goal, which is 100,000 in sales. So I'm super excited. Oh, thanks, Cynthia. He'll be fine. He's like, yeah, I guess I'm staying home. So hello. So I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss any messages. So other than that, September's bingo is up. A lot of people ask me to do Halloween. I'm not a big Halloween person. Excuse me. I am going to do Halloween, and it will be treat holders and a card. So I will do at least 1 card and at least 3 treat holders, but then I'm going to do a bonus project. And so I don't know if it'll be a card or a holder. It depends on what I come up with. My first holder that I've got created is adorable. It's so cute. My thought on this is I would like to do treat holders for my trick-or-treaters. And so, or my grandson's kindergarten class or preschool class, or my granddaughter's 2nd grade class. Yes, 2nd grade. I'm thinking, what grade is she into? Whew, they're growing so fast. So even though you may not be a Halloween person to mail out Halloween cards, which I'm really not, except my 2 grandchildren, the trick-or-treat holders are so cute to give out to those special people. Put them in a basket at work, let people, take them, hand them out to people at work, or PTA or parents or kids or whatever. So it'll be a lot of fun. So it's either for your desk, for your office, for the neighborhood, for your kids, whatever you want. So I think these will be a lot of fun. And you might get some little sweets in your package too to go in your treat bag, of course, to go in your treats. So look for that. And let's see what else. Oh, very important, I want to share. Today and tomorrow, I believe, let's see, there is a special going on through tomorrow with Stampin' Storage. If you go to my blog, marciebeseckerdesigns.com, on the right-hand side, just down a little ways, you'll see Stampin' Storage. I am an affiliate for them, and they are having a sale, 15% off store-wide. And that being said, you need to know that that discount you can only achieve through an affiliate. So please use my link and go in there. There is usually in my description on my YouTube video. Also, you can just click on the Stampin' Storage link and think about a few things. These are one of my most favorite items. This is the best way I've learned to stamp. I have 2 packs because I use these a lot. And these are the best way I've found to store my dies. I've tried everything, including the magnets from, you know, vent covers, from Amazon, from all kinds of places, and these are truly, truly the best. So I hope you think about that at 15% off, and just give them a try. Okay, would you know what the upcoming January to June mini catalog would be? No, I don't. We, in the leaders group, sometimes we hear things, but you don't know who you're hearing them from and what's real, what's not. A lot of people's speculation, trying to guess on what they're going to come back. These are 6x7, Gloria. 6x7 is what I prefer. So no, I do not know what's in there. I will not know until November when I go on stage, because I'll get an event for leaders and we get to go early to an event on Friday night, even though on stage is Saturday night, and we will get the catalog. So be looking for my post then, which will be November 11th. And I can't tell you what's in there. I can't show you what's in there, but maybe I can give some info on how excited I am. And honestly, I've never been disappointed, so I'm happy about that. Oh, you are welcome, Nancy Lee. I'm glad. I'm so glad that you were able to take advantage of the dies. All right, so let's get busy. We have a big night, and a couple of the cards are fairly easy. So let me explain how bingo works for those of you that don't know. When you play bingo, what you're going to do is you sign up like you did, you pay like you did. I have your kits all created and ready tonight. They're in their clear envelopes. They've got their numbers on them. So they are going to look like, so here's your sneak peek really quick. Oh, our Christmas cards first. You're going to get it like this. It's going to say project number 1 right here. And everything you need is in here, except I cannot stamp images. Okay, I cannot stamp images for you, which means I'm not going to die cut out images that need to be stamped. All right, that being said, if there's labels in there, if there's anything like these, all of these were in there. So the decal dies, these are some of my favorites. I keep them right in front of my dies because I use them so much. The stylish shapes, I want to get another set like I did the decal dies because I use them so much, but they're out of stock right now. And then the rectangle stitched, use them all the time. And of course, this is my kind of new go-to, the scallop contour. I use it a lot. And so I wanted to show you that these are must-haves, and I have them a lot. If you're going to be doing bingos going forward, I would definitely recommend these because I use them quite often. Okay, so let me put those aside because I've already die cut those for you, so those are all done. And so what's going to happen is you will get your kits like this. They will be sealed and closed, and you will get at least 4 of these. Normally I do 4 projects. Next month there will be 5. And this will be what you get. So when I say number 1, you pull out number 1. This is what we're doing. Tonight is about relaxing, having fun, chatting with your friends, and watching and having a good time. And seeing what mistakes I make, what you don't want to do, and things to do, and learn some tips and tricks. And then when you get your kits, which they will be put in envelopes and labeled and everything tomorrow, they'll probably go in the mail on Thursday. For sure Friday, because I'm leaving town Saturday. So probably Thursday, because they're ready to go. I just have to put them in an envelope and run the labels and the postage. So do you have to put in a code stamp and storage because it's not giving me a discount? Oh, Laura, it's on this right here. Yes, you want to put in just for U22. Just for U22 is the code. That big red arrow points right to it. So you must put that code in there. Thank you. Okay, so then you'll get your packets and you'll be ready to go. Once tonight's over and the video's done, I go back and I timestamp each project. So what we'll do is we're going to do a project and then we'll play bingo, project, bingo, back and forth. 4 bingos, each $100 winners for the first person, and a consolation for those who also call bingo after the first person. Okay, now I'll put a timestamp in the description on YouTube, and so when you come back after you get your kits, let's say you want to create number 2 first. You have just enough time and that's the card you want to create. You just click on that timestamp and it'll take you right to the beginning of project number 2. And I will do that right after this video. That way you can skip all our chattering and all the updates and us visiting and bingo. And you can get to the project and create it at your leisure and have a good time. Oh, thanks, Nancy Lee. It's fun. You learn stuff that way. You never know who's going to ask what kind of question, right? Hi, Janelle. How are you? That's how I store my stamps and dies. Yeah, Laura, they're the best. Okay, so that's how it works. Now, when we're playing bingo, and if I call one of your numbers, you're going to put a B in the chat and hit enter. And you want to have it quick. So now you have a B. Now you're going to type in BI and don't send it yet. As soon as I call your next number, you hit enter and BI comes up. Okay, so that's what you want to do. And you keep doing that, especially the last one that says bingo, have it ready to go, be the first one. And then you will win the $100. Now what happens is it is $100 shopping with me. Okay, so once you win, you'll do the $100 shopping. Now this will not be included for the dies and the envelopes, just so you know. However, I do recommend doing $150. Obviously it helps my business, but you're going to get the host rewards. You're going to, which is the Stampin rewards. You're going to get your Sale-a-bration items. And so you want to make sure that you know, if you're close, do the $150 so that you can, you know, get all the extra benefits because you get extra items. So let's think about that, and I would appreciate it. So if you can, awesome. If not, that's fine. What you'll do is if it's over $100, let's say it's $120, then I will get the order ready to go. I will screenshot your total and email it to you. And then I will also invoice you for the difference. So you'll have your screenshot, you know exactly what everything is, and then your totals is what I usually screenshot. And then I will invoice you the rest. As soon as you pay it to me, please pay by Friday because I'm going on vacation and I need to get these orders. I want them in my August month because it's August bingo. And then I will get those all issued and done for you as soon as possible. And I think that's pretty much it. Does anybody have any questions on how to play bingo? If you are not signed into YouTube with your Gmail account, you must be able to sign in with your Gmail account so that you can have access to chat and type. The next thing is make sure that your chat is listed on live chat. Don't have it on top chat because those are you're gonna start seeing just the top people that chat and you're not gonna see everything else. You're not gonna be current. If you're just now starting to watch the video, grab your little bar at the bottom on the thing and slide it all the way over so that you're current. Even if you missed a little bit at the beginning, that bingo's probably gone. Make sure you're current and so that you can play going forward. I had 2 people on my list that did not pay. So Paula or Judy, if you are here, and I don't know if there's another Paula or Judy, I guess I should have looked. But I don't have your payment, but I do have your numbers. But Judy, you have one number over 30, so I need a different number. So if you two pop on. Also, Linda Forbes, if you are here, I need your numbers. Okay, so there we go. Does everybody have their numbers? It should be in your receipt that thanks you for joining, and you should get a little file there that has all your numbers on there. So hopefully you have them. If you don't, let me know. We're going to start project 1. I'll verify again that everybody has their their numbers. And we'll get going. Yeah, Laura, I just ordered a few things too. I love Stampin' storage. It just looks so organized. It's really furniture. That's what I tell my husband. It's really furniture. It's not just crafty stuff. It's furniture. It's solid made. All right, let's get going. So our first card is going to be this adorable card. You know what? Let me take it out of this for you. I just love this card. I love the blue. It's Pacific Point. It's not your traditional Christmas colors, which I think is fun. And so it's just adorable. Now, you could add Wink of Stella to your words if you want. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you could do, but I am going to show you some tips and tricks on this. Okay, so this is our card. We'll put that right there. And, you know, I did not grab a sheet, so I think we'll just use this. We'll be fine. All right, we'll just use this little guy. All right, so here's my kit. So when I open this kit, this is exactly what your kit is going to look like, okay? So let's just pull out the kit. So this is project number 1. And we have some snowflakes, so let's go ahead and leave them in this for a while. This, it's still, you can see the paper is the same as the snowflakes. You can use this for a little punch or die or whatever. So we have our bow and our sequins. So I'm just going to move those right up there too and out of the way. I don't think I need this for right now. And so your card base and everything should be in the inside. Okay, so let's start with our inside. Remember that your card is going to be landscape. So that's kind of one of the things you definitely want to make sure you remember when we are stamping our inside. So for here, we're going to use our Pacific Point. And we're going to use some snowflakes. And the snowflakes are from Joyful Flurry. And then our Jingle, Jingle, Jingle is where we're getting Believe in the Magic and our Santa hat. Okay, so those are the ones we're going to be using. So we're going to take our, it's a season of magic and wonder. And actually, I am going to need this. So we're going to put that on here. And let's just start with our sentiment. So I'm just going to put this as straight as I can. So when you get your kits, I try to put your inside papers on the inside. That way you know which ones to stamp on and which ones to do your die cutting or any other miscellaneous stamping. Now I'm going to move this to the left a little bit, and right about there. And of course, it's during the video, I'm not probably putting my head in the way to make sure it's nice and straight, but I think I lucked out on that one. All right, and then now what we're going to do is we're going to do Pacific Point, and we're going to do our Pool Party. So I'm going to grab this one here, the more stick looking one, and I'm just going to add 2 of those, just kind of predominant right there in the middle, and then we're going to kind of fill it in with our Pacific Point. So now we're going to take Pacific Point, and I'm just going to do a large, because you definitely want to bring up that big spot. I'm going to add a little bit here. It doesn't have to be all the way. We're just kind of filling it in. And then we're going to take the little one and just kind of fill in your spots right there. I'm going to add one right here and right there. So there we go. We've got just a really pretty, fun filling in space there with your snowflakes. So let's clean those off. So it's really a super fun and fast card. These are, of course, the stitched rectangles is what I'm using on the base, on the front panel. A lot of stitched rectangles for this one. All right, so I'm just going to set the inks aside because I think some of these I'm using on other cards. And then we're going to close that up. Let's go ahead and glue this to our inside panel though, so we can put that aside and not mistake it for another card project or anything. All right. All right, so there we go. Look how pretty that is. I mean, that would be a pretty front of the card, right? Hi, Michelle, how are you? All right, so let's, got a little glue on there. All right, so just make sure, if you've already stamped the back, you want to make sure for sure that you're going to put this in and not over here, and then you're going to have your stamp on the front. So sometimes I do stamp my bases first if it's time permits, and I don't have a lot of time, but I'm like, I want to get something done, so I'll do that. So look how pretty. All right, now for the front, super simple. So what we're going to do is we have, this is the hat. This is going to layer here. And I made this part pop up and this part is flat. So we're going to go ahead and add that. So we can go ahead and add this. So I kind of try to add your pieces together as you can to minimize what's all over, and it gives you a good idea of what you have to mess with. All right, so we're going to just add this here. All right, about there, and I just eyeball it. Okay, so now let's put this aside. We'll put this here and set that aside. We're going to need this piece. This is our small rectangle piece, and this. So let's do our hat really quick. And I just did that in black. Oh, Michelle, did you pay and forget this time, or you've done it in the past? I think, if I'm remembering right. Okay. So we're going to put this on here. Now this stamp set does not have dies, so we will have to fussy cut that out, but that's okay. Let's leave that there for right now. And we will fussy cut it out in a minute. But before, it does have a stamp. So if you look at this, you can take this little piece right here and put it inside the hat. It doesn't fit exactly, as you can tell with the letters. It's the same thing. So if your outline is a little above or below, it's not that big of a deal. That's the look. But I wanted that hat to be nice and bold and filled in. So I am going to take my red. Now, I've used these on a lot of projects, and I realized on another color coming up I used it quite a bit and it's running out. So what I'm going to do is just kind of do the dark red just about right there, and then I'm going to take the light red, this is real red, and I'm just going to kind of blend it. Now remember, you don't want to do a whole lot because it will kind of bleed over into your lines. So right now I'm in the middle, so I'm good. But now I'm going to go just on that line and there. And so you have a little bit of dark towards the bottom, just gives it a little bit of shading. So that's good. Oh yeah, you'll always receive your cards, Michelle. So really think of it as a class. You did miss bingo, but at least you got to do it as a class, and so that's good. So we'll cut this out in a bit. We'll leave that up there. All right, so I'm going to bring in my Stamparatus, and I did this card a little bit differently. Let me try and make some room over here. So there is a plate that goes at the top, but I tend to not always like the one at the top. I like to work from the ones on the side the best, mainly because I don't have room all over my desk. So I'm just going to put this down here like this. Make sure that this magnet holds my paper, and that's going to be good. And let's get our Pacific Point. I like to do the darker, bolder color first. And I normally like to put something under here, but all right, so we're going to take this and go across and lift it up. Oops, I need to do it a little harder. I'm being a little too gentle. And lift it up. Okay, so there's your Believe. You can see that the letters aren't completely straight anyway. It's supposed to be a really fun font. So there we go. There's our Believe. And now I'm going to take this panel off. This is what I love so much about our Stamparatus. And now I'm going to bring this panel in. I'm going to do this first, which is our words that go right underneath. And let's see, I'm going to put my ink under here. And I need black. So Believe in the Magic. So what I'm going to do is move my magnet. And I'm going to move it up here. I don't like to slide it because what if this is just a little bit wet? It is a thick ink. And now it's Believe in the Magic. Okay, look at that. Now, we're going to leave that there for a second. I'm going to wipe this off. And I'm going to flip it. And this is also a great stamp set if you stamp it like this and you want your card vertical, and then just move it down. Believe. You know, you could probably get a good 4 of them in there. Believe. And you'd have all this, and then you can put in the magic, or you can pop that up, or anyway, I could give you tons of ideas. But I just love our Stamparatus. Okay. Of course, I put washi here. It's a little thicker, so it was kind of nice to put your paper right up, and it just fits nicely in that corner. So I was happy with that. Okay. So again, make sure it's right in the corner. Now I'm going to move this one back down again. And it's not difficult stamping or anything. There's not a lot bold, so you can just stamp it and it's not going to, your stuff's not going to go anywhere. So you don't need to put a whole bunch of magnets on or worry about it moving once it's in the space. Now, when I did this, I stamped this, then I took this stamp set, or this stamp, and I put it right on top and, you know, tried it on a piece of scratch paper, kind of make sure it's where you want it. And then once it's there, that's what I mentioned on my last video, is sometimes I like having multiple Stamparatuses, but that fits my stamping because I do so much. And so, like, this has been on, oh, see, I didn't get it right there a little bit. This has been on my Stamparatus for, oh, a week maybe, when I was prepping for this. And, well, this card's been made for a while, so maybe longer, but there we go. And now that's done. How easy that is, and it's so cute. All right, and we're done with this crazy blue, so I'm tossing that because it just gets all over my hands. Hi, Carol, how are you? All right, so here's our piece. How cute is that? All right, now let's get our hat and our other items in here. I'm going to put this up here and work with this really quick. All right, so let's cut out our little hat. So I'm going to throw that away. And I like to kind of start on the smaller part because I like to have a big piece to hold on to. And it depends on how close you want to go. This one I did go a little closer than I normally do. So I'm just going to keep it that way. I think it just fits on top of the letter a little bit better. I want to make sure that if you're going close, you don't cut off your black lines. You're going to leave a little bit. And I should have started at the top of the pom-pom because I don't like to get down this close on such a little tiny piece. So instead of starting at the bottom, I should have started at the top. That way you have a little more paper to hold on to and a little easier to cut. Okay, so that's good. Now we're going to assemble. So I'm going to put 2 little dimensionals on here because one larger one would fit, and then I'm going to do, but I like to have, you know, all the little pieces covered, and then I'm going to do like a half of one, and I'm going to put that right on the little pom-pom. Okay, so we can pull this part off. And then just put it right here. And actually, now that I'm remembering, I didn't really need to put some on the pom-pom because it kind of hangs out. So I'm remembering now that I didn't. So you can just take it off. Yeah, it just kind of stays there. So be careful. Don't put it on the pom-pom because you want it to hang off. And then once you put it on here, you'll have that behind it and it'll be fine. So now we're going to add our glue here. Now here comes the little, one of the secret tips that I do is I didn't want my, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. Make sure you get it to the edge because I see how my snowflakes are. I did put dimensionals behind them, but they're lifted up. You can see that they're lifted. You're going to glue them on the back of this panel. When you glue your pom-poms on the back, or your pom-poms, your snowflakes on the back of the panel, it's going to keep them lifted up a little bit. And then you're going to put dimensionals behind that. So let's go ahead and let's take our snowflakes. Now what you want to do is you want to cut your snowflakes still on here. I started to take them off and send them not like that, and then I realized it's a lot easier if you can cut them and they are part on part of this, and then you don't have to do that on that line. I don't know why I just did that. You could go straight like this and just go straight down the middle. That's actually easier. And now you're going to have some extra pieces because you only need half pieces to put this together. So there's one, and then here's 2. Be very careful because they're delicate. So there's 2, and then here's 3. So you only really need 3, and odd numbers the way you want to go, so you can keep your other half if you have it, and put that aside. So now what I wanted to do is I'm going to put, the hat is over here, so I'm going to put this up in this corner. And you want to be careful because you need to make sure it's still on your piece. So keep it like this. And what you can do is you can put your silicone mat, put this, know that your white is just a little bit around on the outside. And then take your snowflake, make sure you've got your iridescent kind of part up, and you could do this. Okay, so this is going to be just a little bit out, and that's okay. And then you can just kind of grab it right there. You don't want to go all the way down because this is going to touch your base, right? So be careful of that. And then these are no big deal. These you can just kind of, you know, put right here. You just want to make sure they're sticking out. And the same. So just kind of wherever you want it. And like I said, it can go out a ways and cover, you know, get on your white. Think about where this is going to go, right about there. I just want to make sure I cover that middle little square part up. So just kind of do that. All right, so now we're going to put dimensionals on here. What about the blue layer? Oh, thank you. Oh, silly me. Dana, You are a rock star. All right, off we go. Careful, careful. Ooh, I'm glad I looked up. Thank you, Dana. Yes, we can't miss the blue. I mean, I guess we could have done that, but I'd rather have the snowflakes behind the blue layer. This was the first card I created, so for class. All right, well, there we go. Now, we're gonna do a little bit of tape, but we're gonna do dimensionals too. So that's gonna be here and here, and then I do it up here. So it just holds it enough, and then we're gonna do dimensionals. Thank you. All right. So just kind of do it like that. Do this one like that. And again, you can let it off just a little bit. You don't want it a whole lot. Okay, now let's do our dimensionals. Thank you. I like to put them on your snowflakes just to make sure that they stay secure a little bit there. And I'm just going to put one more. All right. Now I'm going to wait to add this just so I can put glue on this a little easier. So let's put our adhesive on here. Bring our panel over. You can just kind of turn it wherever you want. There's a lot of blue on here, so I want to see this at the top if I can. So whatever your preference is. All right, we're going to add that right about there. All right, so there's our card. We're going to add our bow, so we need glue dots. I like to do 2 just to make them a little secure. My bow's been sitting in a bag, so you can puff your bow up a little bit, make it a little fluffy. And then I just stick it right here. And then you're gonna have, I love, love, love these, let's see if I can reach them. The adhesive backed seasonal dies. You can tell I've used all the whites and I just opened more for gold, so I need to use some other colors. The green I was using on my Candy Cane cards, and these are just a lot of fun. But the white just goes so pretty with this. And so I just kind of tuck it in a little bit. And so that you kind of have to look, you know, if it's just blaring at you, sometimes it's fun to just kind of, you know, tuck it in a little bit. So there you go. So there's your card. So fun. Now you could add Wink Estella to your hat, the letters, just splatter it on there if you want. There's a lot of things that you can do. Hi, Inique, how are you? So there you go. There's a lot of fun cards that you can make that are not your traditional, you know, blue, red and greens. So I think that one's a whole lot of fun. I hope you guys like it. And then of course this is the ribbon with the sparkles on it, the sheer organza glitter ribbon. So pretty. All right, and your bows will be tied for you. So there's that. You can also put the puff paint if you wanted on your hat. Would be really cute too. I just thought about that right now, but that would be really cute too. You could even, you know, add a little here drizzling down, because this is really a fun card. So good. I'm glad you guys like it. So super simple. I love this set. So again, this one is the Jingle Jingle Jingle. It's got a little candy cane that I'm using in another project, and it's just a super cute set. I really like it a lot. All right, so that is project one. We'll move this out of the way. And I don't know where, I don't have room, so I'm gonna pile it behind me. And let's do some bingo. All right. Is everybody ready for bingo? Everybody understand? Does anybody need their numbers? Yeah, Diane, I think that's a cute idea. Good, I'm glad you guys like it. I know, Inique. I am fantastic, and thank you so much for my postcard. I owe you a card. And after bingo, my month slows down a bit, but I have a grandbaby coming this week, so I believe they're still on for a C-section tomorrow. I'm excited. All right, everybody's ready? Everybody understands? Okay, good. So here we go. Yay, Nancy Lee. Okay, first number is 15. 15. Remember, the first few numbers I go a little faster because I know nobody has a bingo yet. The second thing is I do closed captions so people can enjoy the video and watch the video that need that. So my delay is a little longer than a normal delay, 17. So no matter how fast I go, the first person that yells bingo will get it. So I try to slow down for you. So I probably slow down more than I go fast. It's our third grandbaby, and but it's her first. So it's our youngest that's having, we'll have a grandson. So then now we'll have a 7-year-old granddaughter, a 4-year-old, because he'll be 4 next month, and then our new grandson. So 28. Thanks, Char. How are you? 18. 'See, I'm just barely out of your screen. I'm going to move it down a little bit. Okay, lots of B's. 19. Thank you, Laura. 20. All right, I'm going to slow down a bit. Again, make sure you're on live chat. Make sure you are pulled all the way over to the right, that you're current. Thank you so much, everybody, for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. 21. I'm going to be gone this next week, awaiting our baby and helping the new mom. Our youngest moved to Montana, and so she has no blood relatives there. Her husband and his family are there, and so we're going to go and stay a week and help her with whatever she needs help with. How many children? I have 3. My oldest daughter is in Oregon. She is 35. My son, the one that just moved here to town, he is 32, and he has my grandson. My daughter has my granddaughter. And then our youngest, which is actually my husband's daughter, so my stepdaughter, she is 29, and she is having her first, which will be a boy. Number 1. Okay, Michelle has a BI Going back, Olivia has a BI, Pamela has a BI, Carol, good job. Linda, let's see. So Linda North, no, was it Linda North? Let me see. Linda Forbes, if you're on here, I need your numbers. I do not have your numbers if you're on here. Hi, Stephanie. So Stephanie has a BI and Denise. So number 7 is next. Oh, I don't mind at all, Inique. So yeah, now we have 3 children and now we have 3 grandchildren, 1 each. And then number 9. Michelle, Denise. Oh, Denise has BIN. Thank you, Carol. We're very excited. Oh, and of course, for those that know about the car accident, my son-in-law, it will have surgery on Thursday. So apparently his arm broke in multiple places. And they said he definitely needs like a plate put in his arm. So, woohoo. So that's number 16 was the last one. Ooh, Olivia has a BIN. Michelle has a BIN. Mary does. Good job. Number 30. Number 30. Number 3. Mary has a BIN, and Michelle, and Dana, Stephanie, Randy. All right, you guys. Good job. Next is number 4. Ooh, Stephanie has a BING. Okay, I'm going to wait just a bit and let it get caught up just a bit. He was the only one injured, Carol, yes. Thank you, Inique. Lots of BINs, good job. Last one here is number 6 for next one. Ooh, Dana has a BING. Okay, hold on. 24. Ooh, Denise has a BING, Cheryl, Michelle. Stephanie has a bingo? All right, let's check. All right, Stephanie. 1, 3, 22. Stephanie, there is not a 22. You still need a 22. Am I not seeing it? I don't see a 22, Stephanie. Okay, let me look. Hold on one second. Let me look. I'm looking back. Hold on one second. Okay, yes it is. You are right. Stephanie, you did win. So Stephanie had sent me her numbers because she didn't have a form filled out. And so I told her to just give me the numbers. She said copy the old ones and my fat fingers wrote the wrong number. So I apologize. It is correct and Stephanie did win. Sorry about that, Steph. I do not ever remember everybody's numbers. Okay, let me get back on my screen here. Sorry about that, you guys. Yes, that is correct. Yay, Stephanie. Is Stephanie the only one? Let me write that down. Bingo number 1. Woohoo! Good job. Nobody else? Congratulations, Stephanie. So sorry about that. I kind of wondered when I saw 22. I thought that was odd because I remember your anniversary being a number. So I mistyped it. All right, congratulations. Let's move on to card number 2. Oh, Karen has a bingo as well. I didn't see that. Oh, Carrie. Carrie has a bingo. Okay, so Carrie, you will get, oh, let me look at the numbers here. I'm going to have to go back and look on the screen because they already are off the screen. I'm sorry, I did not see it. But I will put you down for consolation prize. Number 1 consolation prize, and I'll just go back and verify the numbers when I'm done. But when you get your kit, you will get a prize in there also, as long as I can confirm it. So thank you. Thanks, you guys. I did not see that. So it wasn't Karen, it was Carrie. I got it. Okay. All right, I think we're all good. Yay. Okay, so let's move on to card number 2. And this one was so fun. So this one is a little, well, I'll tell you what I did. So here's number 2. So there will be a little bit of coloring in this, okay? It's super simple. I'm going to show you what I did. And it's really an easy coloring. Okay, so we're going to do this. You're going to get this project number 2. And let's pull it out. So you want to make sure you get your stones and your thread. Now this is just the linen thread. These are from the In Color gems. So let me see if I have a pack here to show you. Oh, reaching over here. I believe it's these. So it's the In Color from last year's In Colors. and it is the dark evening evergreen ones. They're so pretty. So those are the ones that I use in this package. And of course the linen thread, which I love. So you'll get that. So here's your thread and your gems. We'll move those out of the way. The first thing we're going to do is, let's grab our paper here. Oh, we'll use this side. And let's do the inside. And let's do our stamping. So this is our stamping, and then this is our inside. And we'll do our inside in just a minute. So we're just going to set that aside. And so this is our stamping. So the first thing is, I have a lot of blends here. I'm just going to move them out of the way, out of my little bucket here. We're going to use our black ink, and we're going to do some stamping so you can fit everything on this paper. Okay, so here's your pumpkin. We're going to put the pumpkin down here in the corner. And yes, we have dies, so you want to make sure you leave yourself some space. Okay. All right, the next thing we're going to do is, let's take our label and we're going to ink that up. And we're going to put that over here. Okay. I'm going to take my watch off because it just keeps vibrating like crazy. Okay. Now what you're going to do is, we're going to take our flowers. Yes, this is Memento ink, correct. When you're using alcohol markers, you want to use Memento ink. If you use StazOn, it's going to blend together. Just like you use StazOn with watercolor, because your StazOn will stay. And if you use your watercolor with the Memento, then it's going to spread. Okay, so we're going to just put this like up here in the corner. And this set we're using is the Hello Harvest. Show you that in a second. So Hello Harvest, I love this set. And then you have the pumpkin leaves. You've got some little swirls here that you can, add on if you want. These are some gourds that you could do different color ones. The whole suite is absolutely gorgeous. Here's the label we're doing. Here's the top of the gourd if you want to do that. Now, I've also seen people take this, cut this out and this, and put it on top and make a pumpkin. So you can do that too and make it a little more 3D. So it's really a cute set. All right, so there's that. And now we're going to need, let me wipe this off so I can put it over here, our little flower. And we're going to use this one here, Wishing You the Loveliest Day. And we will be using this set again. I just love that set. All right, now let's do our little sunflowers. And we're going to do 3 of them. I'm trying to think if I cut out 3. Let me look, because I've got some stuff done here, but I want to show you a little bit of some coloring tips that I did. Oh yeah, I have all 3. Okay. And then we'll just do another one right here. So now you're going to have plenty of space with your dies and everything to cut all that out. Okay, so that's how I would stamp it, so that you can just use this one piece of paper that I provided you. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of some stamping tips that I did. I'm going to first, let's put this aside really quick because I don't want to forget this. I'm going to take our little sunflower and I'm going to bring in some crumb cake. And you can see on this card, I used the deckled die for the background here, for the, and I'm trying to remember what paper this came from. I always have to look at the other side. So this is the gingham paper. So I used the smaller check marks, plaid on the front. But it left us this outside, and I just didn't want that there, so I decided to, let's color that in. So let's just add some flowers. You're going to do some right off the edge so that it just kind of looks a little more normal, like a patterned paper, not just all perfect. So let's just go like this and just add your flowers on here. I'm going to add just some leaves. See, you just barely get the tips there. It just kind of looks like it's a patterned paper and not that you stamped it on there. Looks a little more natural, I think. Okay, this one I'm going to do a little right there. And that's good. So that's good there. Now on the inside, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead and do like I did the flowers on the outside. All right, so that was crumb cake, and then I'm just going to do black on the inside. You know what? Let's do, instead of the little flower, you can do whatever you want. I think I'm going to add the larger flowers. So let's just add this. Okay, well this already has some on it, so that's good. So I'm just going to take this and just kind of go right in the corner, just like that. That's all I need. Just something you want to add. Now, if you wanted to, you could take the gingham paper and add a strip on the inside if you wanted, and then maybe add just a tiny strip of the glimmer evening evergreen to add in there. You can do that also. So it's kind of really up to you what you want to do. And so we'll color this in a minute. Well, let's color this. I'm going to show you how to color this, what I did, which is going to be the same that I did with this one here. And I've already got them colored, but I just kind of wanted to give you an idea. So I'm going to take the dark pumpkin and I'm just going to add little lines where the flower lines are. Just little lines like that for each leaf of the flowers. And you don't want a whole lot. We're going to finish it off with another color, but just add a little bit on there. And then what I did is I took the light daffodil. So take light daffodil, and remember, you want to come inward. You don't want to bleed your color outward. So starting at the end, I just come in like that. So just from the outside in. Okay, so just come from the outside inward. And it's just going to kind of blend. Now, you're going to notice that as it sits there and dries and stuff, it's going to blend just a little bit more. It starts to look a little more natural. Right here, you're going to be like, oh, the pumpkin didn't blend. It will. Just get it wet enough, but not too wet. Just make sure that you take your marker all the way up to where the orange is. Okay, so just do that. And you don't want to do too much. It'll get all crazy on you. So just kind of fill it in and it should be fine. Okay, so there's that. And you'll see it'll start blending. Then I did the old olive. And I took the dark first, and there's only a couple here with the lines. So I did the line down the middle. And some of them may be cut off because I only did a partial stamp here. So on here you can see that there's more, but I think everything else is pretty much partially on here. And so that was it for that one. And then you're going to take the light part, and you're going to come from the outside in, and you're going to fill in all your tiny leaves that are the little pointy ones, not the ones with the veins in them. We're going to do something else with those. Okay, so just kind of fill that in. Here's some. Okay, and then now you see these with the veins. So now we're going to go to Mossy Meadow. So get the dark Mossy Meadow. And you know you're going to be like, it's such a small spot, it's not going to make a difference. I'm just going to do them all one color. It will make a difference, even if you just do one dark line. But I like to just kind of do a couple dots. Just those lines, just take a couple of them. Okay, and then just do that. I know it's hard to see because it's such a small space, but you'll get the idea by me telling you what colors I'm using. Now you take your Mossy Meadow, and again, the light one, and you're going to just blend it down. And yes, it looks like it's just rubbing the other one, and that you can't tell because the darks are so close together, the Mossy Meadow, but it'll be fine. It will lighten up and you can see those lines, so don't worry about that. The next thing I did is I took the bright Daffodil Delight, and I did just these little puffies, just because I wanted to add some other colors in here. And so I just did the little puffy things that look like dandelions or whatever. So I did that. Then I took a light Cajun Craze, just because I'm trying to blend in that earthy tone color. And I take that small one, and I just colored in this little flower looking thing, like it's a bloom. It looks like a bloom. And I'm just going to go that this is a bloom because it's kind of off the page and I can't tell. So we'll just fill that in. But if you look over here, actually, that was a leaf I just colored that's cut off. But there's a bloom right here, this one right here, and there's one right here. Okay, so those are the blooms. And now I wanted a pop of color, which my husband laughs at. He's never heard of pop of color. But I took the Poppy Parade and I did the dark. Again, I take the small, and I just did those dots. So right here and right here are dots. So I just did the dots and just lightly go on them quickly because it's going to bleed. If you go like this, it will just kind of get bigger. See how big that is? So just dot. Just go where all the little dots are. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just kind of adds a little bit of a different color right there. Okay, so it just kind of adds something different. Now we want to do the centers of our, now see, this is what I'm talking about. These are all the colors we're using. And so I'll hold them up in a minute so you can get a better idea, and you can grab those. All right, so now we have dark and light soft suede. I'm going to do the dark first, and I'm going to do a circle, but just lightly. You don't want to push down. You want to just kind of do it like that, not like that. And just do it kind of lightly, and then do your dots. Just add a few. It doesn't have to be exact. You're just adding a little bit of texture. And then that was kind of off the page, so I'm not going to worry about it. And then take your soft, and then just go in there and lighten it up. Now, if you look at the front of my card, I used Wink of Stella. I mean, you can barely tell because it was the end of a Wink of Stella, but I did do the centers of the flowers, and it lightened them up a little bit, even more. So you could do that with Wink of Stella. You could also take like a lighter, like your light pumpkin pie, maybe your crumb cake, and lighten those up just a little bit. So if you want to, but they will lighten up on their own also. So the colors, I should have done this at the beginning, but hopefully I mentioned them and you got them. So I have light and dark pumpkin pie, and this is just an extra. I have the light Cajun Craze. I have light and dark Old Olive. I have the dark Poppy Parade, light and dark Soft Suede, light and dark Mossy Meadow, and I don't know if I said Daffodil, but light and dark Daffodil. And then I have, of course, the color lifter just in case I need it. I used Station and the markers to get in the little places. Oh, yeah. Okay, so there are those. That's what I used for everything. And so the last thing I did, so this is going to go on the inside, so we'll just put that right there. Oh, see, I did it different on there, but I was running out of paper, so I actually like stamping it. Now, everything else, the pumpkin, what I did, and I'm running out of pumpkin, and I will just say that I used it on another big project. But take your dark and go down the lines. I like to go all the way around, and then I like to just fill in like this, just kind of feathery. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then same thing up here. So just go all the way. Try to be careful. You don't want to go too much because you know you've got that white space on the outside when you die cut. Okay, so keep doing that. You do not have to worry about that because it's going to be covered up. Oh, you are welcome, Tabitha. Okay, and then you're going to take your light, which this one is, my light pumpkin is on its way. It's dying. But I did do one today that's kind of done. And so you want to kind of go over, don't use your pen like this. I'm only doing it because it's dead. And so I'm just kind of blending it. So you want to do it nicely with your nice tip, but mine is, you can tell it's done. I have a lot of them that are done of my, let's see, this one might have a little bit more. Oh, barely, no. See, I used it a lot for a big project. So blend it up. Don't worry about your stem because you're going to be covering it up. So don't worry about that. Your loveliest day, I would stamp it. And then take your petal pink, which is a soft, but to me it has a little bit of an orange tone, right? So take this and then just kind of lightly go over it. Now you don't want your ink to smudge, so make sure that your ink is dry and just kind of go on and just get it, just so it looks, you know, it looks a little like it blends in. When it's just a bold white label, it just doesn't look, it just really sticks out. So I wanted it to soften it up a little bit. So just take this and just kind of go over it. Now you could always do this on a piece of paper and then stamp it if you don't have the time to set this aside to dry. And there you go. So it's a nice softer look. So use that. I used my orange one because these wipe off really well and it's close enough to an orange for me. So that's what I used. Okay, so now, easy enough. So we did this. We're doing the inside. Because this is the brown, I didn't feel the need to add another panel behind it. I thought the white was nice and bright enough, so that's what I did. You could always add a different, you know, layering in there if you want to. Sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. It just kind of depends on the card. But I like these earthy tone cards because they're just more natural, and so sometimes I just don't do that on these because I just love this. I wish I would have done this on this one. Honestly, I was down to the very bottom of using this paper. Thank you for stopping by and watching. I really appreciate it. Okay, so now let's do our layers. Because the pumpkin and everything else is layered up, I went ahead and put these both down. So we're gonna just do our deckled layer. This is from the gingham paper pack. I love it. More than I thought I would. I've used it quite a bit. And we're just gonna lay this right down here. And then this. So yes, you are gonna have to do a little bit of coloring on this one, but I'm hoping that my bingos and my projects kind of take you out of your, you know, your comfort zone and try different things. The fun of it is that I've already did a lot of, you know, the cutting and all that kind of stuff for you. So take that little bit of time to stamp and color and you'll be amazed at the projects that you come up with and what, you know, a little bit of effort gives you so much more. So I hope you'll do that. All right, so I did do the coloring ahead of time. So let's get this out of the way. Ta-da! And this was on my last bit of pumpkin because it was running out. So we're going to put our dimensionals on here. I just love this set. I love fall cards, but I'm always tend to be so into the Christmas cards that I sometimes forget to do the fall cards, and so I'm really glad that you guys asked for fall. I hope you'll join me for the, well, I'm gonna trim this a little bit because I kind of went on the outside and this one has a lot of white. Okay, that's better. All right, so we're just gonna put this right towards the bottom. We're gonna put this on the top. And when I first did this, I just put my sunflowers straight onto the label, but I really think they're popped up would look prettier, so we're gonna do that. I know there's several people that weren't able to make it to bingo and but are excited to get the kits. And I hope you guys realize that, you know, my classes are normally $35, so really you're getting bingo for free, but you're gonna, excuse me, still get all your projects. And I had to remember how I did this. You're gonna get all your projects still, and you know, have like your class, and hopefully you can make it for bingo next time. Okay, so what I did is I went in a little bit on my dimensionals because I want them to be on the pumpkin. So that will be, I'm going to put one right here, and then I'm going to put two up here on the top because I believe this part is going to hang over. So when you're like this, you're just going to slide it to where you know that that one's still on here, and so that it's lifted up twice because these are on top of here. So there's two dimensionals. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Oh, I hope you get it, Lisa. It's really fun. And then I have another card. We're going to do it too. All right, so just slide that down, making sure your dimensional is on top there, but we're not going to lay it down yet. So you can put it on here, let this stay up, because we're going to bring in our thread. And what I did is I just made a big bow. I gave you guys your thread because you can twist it, you can do whatever you want, however you want to add it, you know, back there. I just did a big bow on mine. So I did one, and I see how far my fingers are apart. I did one big bow. So, oops. Okay, so big fingers. If you watch my bow video, this will make sense to you. But if not, you can do however you want. So I'm going to do this, and I am going to, there's probably a dimensional under there that's going to hold this down, but I'm going to add a glue dot right here. And then I'm going to take my piercing tool and I'm just going to slide it. And the reason I put my flowers down first is I kind of want to look at the placement and kind of figure out where I want it, because I definitely want to see it. Okay, so I'm good right there. It doesn't have to be exact. We've got this just down here. That's fine. I don't care if it's smaller or bigger on one side. I just wanted to add a little bit more of that natural stuff in the back. All right, so once you have that, we're going to do our let's use our mini for these. So let's use our mini. We have one sunflower here that, if you look at it, the little short ones are on top, the longer is on the bottom, so you can turn it, and this one will go pretty much right where that one was supposed to go. It just adds a little more depth and interest right there. And then we're going to do the same for the ones on top, and they don't have to be where the short ones are on top, so we're going to kind of play with those. This one is going towards the top, so I'm going to put it right here. You want to make sure you can see your words, so I'm just putting that there so the big leaves are up at the top. And on this one, I'm going to do the big leaves are at the bottom. And again, make sure You can see your L right there. And now we're going to take our embellishments and we're just going to put them right here, and this one just kind of right there. So that is project number 2. So I hope you enjoyed that. So that is number 2. Judy, I have your, you need me to give me a new number, but I don't have a payment from you either. So if you do want to pay, please pay, and you can join in the rest of the bingos. Okay, but I need an extra number because 61 is not a good number. It needs to be 1 through 30. I hope you guys like that. So it's just super fun. Add that glitter paper in there on, so many projects. You just add a little bit. Now, this is the deckled square. I did another project for something else, and the outside is what I used. So I had all these insides to use for something. And I was like, okay, what am I going to use for this? And so then I decided, oh, you know what? I'm going to use it on this. And so that's what I decided to use it on, because I just love that earthy, feeling of the fall card, but I wanted kind of a pop of bling in there because, that's just what I like. Okay, Judy, number 30. All right. All right, so that is that. Let me get this out of the way here. I got stamps all over. And we will move on to bingo. Woo. When you guys come back to me, you're going to see this pile behind me. Okay. Thank you, Carol. Thanks, Pamela. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, I love fall cards. They're just so much fun. You're so into Christmas, and you're so, Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. And then when you guys said do fall cards, I was like, yes, because they're so much fun. I just love them, but I like to add some bling. All right. Thank you, Patricia. Thanks, Mary. All right, everybody, you ready for your next bingo? Woo, woo. Good luck, everybody. Number 16. Thanks, Barbara. Number 4. Number 21. Make sure you're on live chat, not top chat. Ooh, Linda's got a B already. And Sue and Mary. 22. Number 3. And I'll pause just a bit. Sue with a B-I already. And Linda, B-I-N for Sue. Whoo. All right. Number 9. I just feel like I have ink everywhere right now. So again, September bingo is already up if you guys are interested. It's going to be Halloween treats. There's going to be at least one card. I will be doing a bonus project. And I don't remember the deadline or the date. I'll show it again at the end. Lots of BIs, lots of Bs. Number 19. Boy, I could not do a straighter line, right? What is up with that? Number 5. Cheryl with a BIN. Ooh, Cheryl with a BING. Good job. 14. Linda has a BIN. Number 6. See, Crystal, you should have played. $20. Ooh, Eileen has a BIN. I'm gonna refold my paper. I can't even see your guys' numbers on my paper. There, so I don't have to handle it. All right, next is 25. 25. Ooh, BING for Diane. We're sticking together. 8. Yay, Randy's on the game. Ooh, Eileen, BING. Okay. 1. Lots of BINs. Pamela with BIN. Carol BIN. $30. Oh, the BINs, BIs are coming up. Patricia and Nancy Lee with the BIN. 23. Okay, I'm going to slow down now because I think we're getting a lot of BINGs. Cynthia with a B-I-N-G, first time playing bingo. Yay. Dana, B-I-N-G. Dana has a bingo. Dana, yay. Let's see. Where is your name? 6, 9, 15. 15. Dana, am I blind? 15. I don't see a 15, Dana. And a 25 and a 30, but I don't see a 15. And I know I copied your numbers over. Oh, no, not yet. Okay. All right. Here we go. We're continuing on. Michelle with the B-I-N. All right, here we go. 24. 24. Okay. Okay, B-I-N. Bingo for Cheryl. Okay, let's look. 3, 5, 9, 19. Oh, 19 and 24. Yay, Cheryl, congratulations. Yay. Congratulations. Anybody else? Okay, let me write my bingo down here. Cheryl. Congratulations. Okay, that's the only one we see. Yay! So remember, everybody, let me know, message me as soon as you can. I leave town on Saturday, so I'd really like to get your orders in before then. One of the things that I want to mention really quickly is a lot of times somebody wants a suite. So let's say that you want the Lights Aglow suite, just off the top of my head. And you want that whole suite, the whole bundle, but it's not available. It's because one of the items is not available. So you can ask me, or you can go look at each item and it'll tell you, like the paper might be out of stock. And so you can still buy the bundle. You can still buy all of the embellishments and everything. Really the price you're getting, the saving on it, is the bundle. So you can buy the bundle and then you can buy the embellishments, the ribbon, you know, whatever else is there. The only thing you can't get is the one item that's out of stock. So, and then you can always ask me and I can let you know when it's coming back. And so if there's something you really want, I would suggest you get, you know, whatever you want, unless you can wait on that one particular item. But sometimes it's just the ribbon or something that you don't, you know, really want right away or need right away until you're done with, you know, your project. So you can still get all your stamping done, get everything you need done, and then assemble it once the paper comes in. So that's just something to think about going forward when you're thinking about your order and if something's not available. All right, we are moving on to project number 3. All right, here we go. So project number 3 is a fancy fold. So this is what we have, and we are going to do a diamond easel card. Now, I did not do a PDF for this because they're all over the internet. It's been around for a very long time, and it's just called a diamond easel card. So it's super simple to find. Basically, you do your regular fold. You're going to score right here and do your binding fold like you would a binding fold card. And then if you look here, you're going to measure right here and do a little tick mark. And then it tells you on all the directions how far up to go here. I can tell you. You're going to go up 2 1/8. So go up 2 1/8 inch and mark it. And then you're going to cut. So put it in your trimmer at your diagonal, and then you're going to cut that, okay, on both sides. And then you're going to take this square and you're going to adhere it to this diamond right here. It's very, very simple. So, like I said, diamond easel card, they're all over. They've been around for a very long time. So that's, you can tell I pull it right here a lot, right? It's kind of bent. But that's what you can find all your measurements there. Being that I'm getting ready to leave out of town, I just didn't have time to do one, and it's really, I would just be writing the same thing down everybody else has. So anyway, so let's get busy with this one. So we'll just set this right over here. And here's your project. You're going to get this. So remember, we used the soft seedling before in a video. Everybody really liked that video and that card. Oh boy, oh boy. Report. And remove. Sorry, you guys, we've got these trolls on here. Trying to move them. Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate that. Okay, so the soft seedling we used before, so this is what we're going to use. So I'll put this aside here. So your card, let's bring it out. Here's your ribbon. I already did it. You're going to have to fluff it up because it's been stuffed in an envelope. And your rhinestones. It looks like I've already lost one somewhere. So we'll, oh, here it is in the bag. We'll dig for that in a little bit. So let's move that aside. All right, so you're going to have 2 labels. Okay, so one for the outside, one for the inside. So we'll set those aside. You're going to have this piece of paper is going to go behind your labels. Okay, so you should have plenty of space to add a little green trim behind your labels. Okay, so just glue them on there and cut them, or whatever, however you feel, if you want to add a little bit of an outline on your labels. Okay, so that's what this is for. This one here is your top layer, and although you really can't see it much, there is the DSP here, this one behind that. You could make your square, maybe cut it down a little bit if you'd like, so that you could, thank you, Debbie, so that you could see it a little more. That's totally up to you, but I wanted it to tie in with what's here. So it's totally up to you how big or small you want to do that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add that here, and this is going to be our coloring, so we're stamping on those. All right, so here is your card, and if you want a template, go ahead and look at this and do your measuring so you know where you're scoring, because it's already on there, and so you can have your own template there. This is the inside. Oh, see, I gave you another extra piece for your label if you wanted to, so you can do that. And then, so this is here. So let's go ahead and adhere these pieces, because we don't need to do anything with this. We're going to put stuff on top of it. So for now, we're going to reduce our paper all over. So let's go ahead and add this here. It's a very tight 1/8 inch on the outside, so you don't have a lot of wiggle room on that. And this paper is from the foiled, I think it's festive foil. It's really pretty paper. I love it. And I just love this for earthy fall cards. They just look so pretty with this color. Okay, so just center that. We can go ahead and let's do this, and we're going to do our scoring here. So let's do that so we can get ready to start putting some of the pieces in that we don't need right away. All right, so this is going to go this way. So remember, this is going to be the book binding part. So obviously this is going to be a valley, and then this is going to be a mountain. Okay, so valley here. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to use seal since I have it right here. And we're going to adhere that. Okay, so that's down. Now you have these extra pieces. Let's put our little leaf. Now this is Mossy Meadow, and this I believe is Old Olive. And then I just wanted a little bit of a different color. So now we're going to add our panels. This one's going to go here. So if you look, you have a panel here and this one. So let's go ahead and add these. Again, we're reducing all our extra pieces and kind of putting those on. So what I do is I always look at what I need to stamp, and then I decide, okay, what do I need to stamp? And then what do I not need? You know, what is going to be attached to stamping? Is it a ribbon? Is it an embellishment? Or is it a tied, like twine or something? And if it is something that needs to be, you know, wrapped around or whatever, then I do not adhere it until last. So, but this stuff is easy. We can just do this right now and get it out of the way. Otherwise, you know how it is. You lose the pieces, you pick it up, you stamp on it, whatever, and then you're like, Okay, when you do this, I would recommend doing it here. Such a small space, you can kind of take a look at it. And then remember that when you're adding these panels, just make sure they're lined up. Thank you, Caroline. I appreciate that. Oh, Cynthia, you're very sweet. Thank you. I appreciate it. And the thumbs up, you guys, I really appreciate it. You know, as a YouTuber, one of our things is, you know, you want to keep your channel active and going, and, you know, that helps us. We get paid a little bit. It's not a lot, but we do, you know, it helps when this is you know, what you do for a living. And your guys' comments and coming back to videos and thumbs up and sharing, that is beyond so helpful. You know, I'm very lucky. I get a lot of demonstrators that say, how can I help you? I'm a demonstrator, and what can I do? Because I'm a hobbyist, and, you know, I don't do all this stuff. And thumbs up, liking, sharing, commenting, all of that stuff is such a huge help for people that do YouTube. And with me being gone next week, of course, you know, I'm not going to have videos next week because I'm going to be holding my grandbaby. And so, you know, it's always like, oh man, I'm not going to be there to do my videos and keep my video going and all that good stuff. One of the things you want to look at is you want all your lines to be going the same way. So when you do this, if you put it in like this, it's going to look a little funky. I mean, it won't hurt anything by any means because you're going to put this up and pretty much see this. But I just like to make sure that I put it in the same way. Hello. Can you believe, you guys, we're already on card 3. That's like crazy. Crazy. All right, so we're gonna go right here. And I lightly lay it down. You wanna just kind of hold this down a little bit and make sure that it looks as close as it can to being even. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So now we can set this aside. We have this panel done, and we're going to have this panel. All right, so we can go ahead and adhere these together because you don't want to get these mixed up. They are different size. It's smaller on the inside and it's larger on the outside. So I'm going to just set that one aside, and let's put this one together. But this fun diamond fold is, you could just do this for anything, birthday, Christmas, you know, any kind of a card or theme that you want is a lot of fun. You know, animals, balloons, whatever. You can use, you know, do your own DSP. You can add, you know, whatever you want, stamping back there if you wanted. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so we're going to stamp this. We really don't need that. I'm not too worried about it. This goes on the top, so I'm going to set that aside. We're going to stamp with this, so let me get my paper in here. Let's just turn this over. All right, so what we're going to do is I wrote down my colors and I did pumpkin pie. These are kind of my go-to fall colors. If you watch me do fall, this is a lot of what I do. Pumpkin pie, crushed curry, mossy meadow, and rich raspberry. So these are my kind of go-to ones. Is this paper in the catalog? Yes, Renee. Let me tell you where it's at really quick. It's in the holiday catalog. Oh, I forgot I can show you the catalog. I might as well bring it over here. Let's see. I think it's in the holiday catalog. Yes, right here. So page 31, festive foils. And there, everything's, all the links should be below. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. But it's this one right here. So it is part of the Lights Aglow. So this is it right here. Oh, thank you, Debbie. I appreciate it. So yeah, so you can get all the different colors. You're going to get cherry cobbler, soft succulent, and then they call this gold. To me, it really looks like a crushed curry kind of color. And but it has gold. Those little circles are a gold. So maybe that's why. But beautiful paper. And it's, oh, now that I've adhered it all, it's like a thin, not tissue paper, but it's definitely a fancy paper that it's a thinner paper. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our square. We're going to take our large leaf. Again, we're using the soft seedlings. We're going to use So Grateful for You are going to be our sentiments, okay? So what we're going to do is I always like to start with the lightest color. So I'm going to go with the crushed curry. And I'm just going to take my leaf and I'm just going to ink up just like the top part of it, okay? So ink it up. Let me move this out of the way. Ink up that. And I'm going to go like right here. Okay, so there's that. And that's pretty big. I probably shouldn't have gone that big, but that's okay. And then I'm going to turn it around and do the other one. But look, you guys have to see this. Watch this. I just have to show you how beautiful this stamp is. Okay. This is really wet, but okay, look how pretty this is. And this is just with the yellow. But if you look back, you can see the other ones I've done. But look at that distinctive. It's just so pretty. And then every color is beautiful that we used on this. All right, now let me wipe it all off because I don't need all that. We're done with the yellow anyway. So we don't need that one anymore. All right, so now we're going to use the pumpkin pie. All right, so I'm just going to, again, do the tips. I'm going to do the darker over here because it's got a lot of that. So let's do right here. And then I'm going to stamp this one off and come in a little bit. So you can definitely stamp off and make them not quite as bold. It's totally up to you. I think I stamped off all of them on that. See, it's been a little bit since I made that card. But I think I stamped it off, but I kind of like that bold color. So it's whatever you guys want. Oh, good, Tabitha. I hope you're going to enjoy it. All right, so now I'm going to use Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to stamp off on this one too because it is darker. And we're going to come in like right here. We want to leave a little bit of room for our purple, but I do want to stamp off and do a bigger green right here because now we're going to come in with some purple. Okay, and I'm actually going to do another little green right there. Okay, so just kind of keep turning it, figuring out what looks good to you. All right, and now we're going to move on to rich raspberry. Thank you, Lisa. And now I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to add a little bit more of this because I probably could have, you know, I'm going to add, well, let's do this and let's come in right here. Okay, so look how pretty that is. All right, let's stamp off, and we're going to come in right here. I want to fill it in a little bit. Stamp off, and I'm going to come in right there. We're going on top of it with a label, right? So you can fill it in. You don't have to leave that space. So that's what I'm going to do there. And then I think, let me wipe this off because we're going to use the rich raspberry again. Whenever I use these dark colors, I sure go through the baby wipes because look at, I wiped it off, but look, there's still a lot more. I want to make sure I get that off. All right, and I think I'm going to use a little bit more yellow down here, just to fill it in a little bit more. I don't want a lot of white showing. Okay, we're going to stamp this off and then come in just a little deeper. So I like, that's fine. And the colors going over, these colors go great together, so I'm not worried about that. All right, so now we're going to keep this stamp and we're going to do something else in just a minute. So let's, now you're going to tell that this one is a lot bolder than this one. Number one, these are brand new ink pads. If you guys heard me, I moved my other ones to a second set of class stamps because I just needed more stamps for my local class. And so these are super bold, but it's beautiful together, so I'm good with that. All right, so let's pull this in and let's do our sentiments. And so we need our black ink. Oh, are they, Dana? Ooh, okay, I'm gonna have to go get some more because that's where I get mine. I only get them from Costco. If you guys know anybody that has a Costco membership and want them mailed to you, I would do that because they are the best. There's no lint and it's fantastic. Okay, so for the front, we're gonna use So Grateful. And so I'm just gonna stick my head in here. Okay, so there is So Grateful. Look how pretty that is. All right. And we're going to use For You. Okay. So again, I know for, you know, those of you that I know you watch other bingos and stuff, and I know mine, I kind of just like to have it to where it's a little outside the box and not just a regular old card. So mine are probably a little, I don't want them to be intimidating, I guess. Now see on this one here, I do the sentiment to the right so I can add the dropping seedling things on the left side. All right, so just put this. Now I look at, when I did this one, I look at the so, and then I look at straight. I don't look back over here because it's hard to tell. This one, I look at the U, and then I look backwards to make sure that it looks, you know, fairly straight, but the U can go right in the middle. So hopefully my head's not in the way. And there we go. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my rich raspberry because there's so much green and the yellow going on here that I wanted it to pop something a little bit different. So we're gonna do rich raspberry. We are gonna take these right here, okay? So we're gonna get those, just those. So go in the corner of your ink pad like this and just get that. We're going to stamp it off just quickly, and we're going to stamp it right there. Okay, so, and it doesn't matter if it's half on, half off, it's just filling in some space. Okay, now this one is in the front. We're going to even stamp off a couple times. So let's ink that up. 1, 2, and now we're going to just do this and this. And actually, we probably could have even done it lighter. See how light this one is? But that's okay. It'll be fine. But we could have stamped it off, forgetting that this is a newer ink pad. It could have been stamped off a couple times, but it's okay. We can still see So Grateful. So that works. All right. Thanks, Denise. All right, so I think we're good with this. Let's move this out of the way. And so let's bring these in. This actually now can be adhered here. And so you can kind of decide once you put it on where it wants to go. And we'll do that in a minute. I love making my own DSP. So, you know, find colors that work for you. Somebody was asking me about swaps and what I thought about swaps. And I like them because when you get your cards, you can look at different cards and like this may not be your cup of tea, but you may love these colors and use it for something else. And so I like to just dissect cards and you can look at them and you can see, okay, do I like the colors? Do I like the technique? Do I like the pattern, you know, the template? I mean, there's so much, you know, reasons to look at other people's work because you can see just other things that might work for you. Now, I like to move this as close to the top as I can so that I don't have to cut this edge. Okay, and so we're going to do the same with this one. I gave you guys 2 pieces, so you'll get 2, but you only have to use 1. I think it'll fit. All right, so then this one, be careful, you might have ink all over your hands like I do. And then this one, I'm going to do a little bit more. Just kind of get the edge that you want. And then bring in your scissors and just kind of leave yourself a little, you know, you could do the middle like this if you want. And then kind of, I'm kind of trying to hurry because of bingo. These are the worst scissors. Some of my scissors are like, they have glue on them and everything. I need to clean them. So just kind of figure out what works for you. Okay. And then I'm going to go over to this side. And make sure you're looking at your tips where they are, because you could be here and it could look fine, but you could be, you know, angled over and you don't want to cut it too short or too long or whatever. All right, so there's that one. I'm going to do the same here. And then that'll have to wait. So I'm going to cut down as much as I can while it's all on one piece of paper. All right. And now what I like to do is I like to bring in my long scissors. And I look straight down my scissors. Make sure you're looking all the way down as you're cutting. And then I can fix the tips of my little corners when I get there. Okay, so I'm looking at the one on my left and doing that one because I can see it. I can't see the one on the right because my scissors are in the way because I'm right-handed. And then I'm going to come back in right here and cut. And this one I just need to trim a little bit, which is weird because it's on an awkward side and you really can't do it this way. But I'm just cutting off that little tiny bubble that was not straight. So, okay, so there's one. And this is done. And then this one is the middle again. So we'll take this and just go all the way down. And as you're going, you can adjust your paper to make sure that, you know, you have enough space. So there's your other one. All right. And if you wanted to, you don't have to have them glued already. You can do like a temporary glue or whatever that you have that works for you. And so that way, in case you mess up, you don't mess up your sentiment. So I wish this would have been lighter, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so on the inside, this is going to be diagonal. So let's go ahead and put that in. All right, so I go towards the bottom because remember that this is going to come up over the top, and so you want it kind of down so you can read it. What's nice about this paper is you can look at the lines and line it up. So see how my tips just go on the dots that go across? And so do that. And then let's take some dimensionals. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. And we're going to turn them over. Well, you guys asked for fall, so here it is. Next month, like I said, is going to be Halloween. All right, so this is going to go like that. All right, so we can go ahead and add this on. So now think about, before you add it, let's look at this and think about how you want it. That yellow leaf is really big. I'm probably going to put it on a corner here so this can cover it up a little bit so you can see a lot more. And so let's do it on this side and see what we think. And I think that I want these on top. So it's got a little bit more of a color there. So we're going to add this. Right here in the center. And this is where those tweezers come in handy that, do I have? Oh, I was using them. I think I moved them. But if we have those, our nice new tweezers, those are really nice to kind of hold it up here and kind of, you know, move it down where you want it. So think about your angle. And you want to, you know, just kind of make sure that it's in between. So that's good. You can also put it on after the fact if, you know, if you wanted to. All right, so we're going to add glue right here. And I'm going to use glue instead of adhesive. Instead of seal, just because I want to make sure that moving part stays there. Oh, good. It's really easy. This card is easy. Just like I said, if you need the measurements and everything, you can measure yours when you get it. But also just look up diamond easel. They're all over the place. They've been around for, you know, I mean, almost all patterns have been around for a long time. Okay, so there you go. You don't want to do too much and ooze it out. So think about your card. It's going to go like this. And I probably shouldn't have put it to the edge because I forgot we're going to show the edge, but you don't have to. I'm just going to show a tiny bit of the edge. So it's just up to what you want. I like to do it on the white. That way you know it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be too much on the back. But this is kind of crooked. So I'm going to fix that. There we go. So see, now I have a little bit of a white on both the sides, so that works. And now your card will set up just like that. The last thing are your embellishments. So your ribbon, this is light pumpkin pie. So I did it with the alcohol Stampin' blends. So just kind of puff your little bow up, put your finger in, hold this really tight and just kind of give it a little shake and just kind of, my son, he's sending me a message right now saying, oh, the flavor of ice cream that I want from ampersand is honeycomb. Because he said, can you go get me some ice cream? He's got COVID. I go, oh, you want mommy to go get her 32-year-old son some ice cream? I don't know if that's happening today. And he's like, that's why he just sent me a message. Oh, the flavor is honeycomb, just in case you need to know. Okay, so now what we're going to do is right here we did a leaf. Okay, so it's just a fall card, so I added this leaf that's with the, oh, this leaf, where did this leaf come from? Oh my goodness. It's probably linked below, but this leaf, oh darn it, I wish I could remember. It's in the fall set, but there is a leaf that I decided to add there. And I cannot remember where it came from, I'm sorry. But I think it's listed. So you can add, I added a different color here. This one was Mossy Meadow, but I wanted it to be a little bit different. So you can add it and do whatever, you know, whatever color you want. But leaves are all different colors. So I decided I wanted to change this one up a little bit. And so we're just going to add that right here. Just tuck it in and it can hang down. Just make sure you're dimensional. Put your finger like right here is the easiest, and then just kind of go up and make sure that it is on there like that. And then we're going to add our bow right there. So off of the sentiment on top of the edge of the bow, just so it kind of covers that up. And then there you go. And now I have to go fish for my embellishment that's stuck inside. So be careful when you open your bags. They get moved around. So I need to get, was that on, oh here it is. I was like, was that on the outside? Because that just popped right off. Okay, so here we go. So I just did one right here. I did a little one just right here. And then this one, I added just right up here on your sentiment. And you can move your bow over just a little bit so that you can see your sentiment. And there you go. Aspen. Yeah, but what, oh, it is from the Aspen set. Yes, thank you. So the leaf is from the Aspen set. Thank you guys. I was like, I know I had a leaf, and I saw it after the fact and decided to add it. And then I can't remember where I got it from. So yes. So see, this one's a little bolder. I did not stamp everything off. The yellows to begin with were not stamped off. These ink pads are brand new, so they're way inkier than this one. But both of them look so pretty. I wish I would have stamped that off a little bit more because I forgot that they're so inky. And but this, like I said, you can trim this down just a tad if you want, or even make that a little bigger. You could actually not put the green in. Well, you kind of need the green because it's the solid, but that just ties in with the green below. I just love the paper, so I wanted to use the green below. And so you could see it, and I think it just ties in really pretty. So like I said, this is such a fun card for anything. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me just clean this stuff off my desk. Yay, project number 3. Oh, my inks. Thank you guys so much. All right, ink pads, ink pads. All right, let's play bingo, and then we have one more project left. Again, another one that I just love, and I love the template. And there's a funny story about that one, so I'll let you know. Do I get the glue? Okay, so my iPad is across the room, and it is just blinging away. I'm sorry. I should have turned it off. I plugged it in for my grandson to play with today because he looks at his kids YouTube, and he likes kids that look at toys. And what do? They you know, they not play with toys, but I can't remember. But anyway, something with toys, and he loves to watch them, critique them, I guess. All right, here we go. Thanks, everybody. I'm glad you liked it. 30. 30 is the first number. All right. 26. 18. 'Yay, some bees are going. 3. 23. 21. 28. Okay, I'm going to slow down a bit. All right, BIN for Judy, BI for Cynthia, Mary, Michelle, Cheryl, Pam. Next number is 25. I love bingo night. My husband's always laughing at me because I'm stressing out. I'm getting projects ready. I'm working on thank you cards. I'm doing all this stuff. And he's like, why do you do this to yourself? And I'm like, no, I love it. All right. Here we go. Oh, number 7. Number 7, Cynthia with a BIN. 24. 24. I'll take care of these while we're catching up. Like they have nothing else to do, these people, but to trolls. Okay, I hope I removed them, you guys. Okay, Michelle has a BIN. Judy has a BING. Okay, Judy, I know I have your correct number, but I don't have your payment yet, so I need it before you win a bingo, please. 29. 29. Now we're getting close. I'm slowing down a little bit because I want to make sure that that goes. You guys see the next number. 810. Okay, I'll look and see. I'll look and see. Thank you. Number 12. Number 12. Number 16. Okay, BIN for Michelle, BING for Judy, BIN for Mary, BIN for Michelle. BIN for Sue. Next one is 15. Ooh, BINs are popping up. Okay, next. Oh, this one fell out. We're going to use this one. Number 1. Must have been wanting to play. All right, Sue, Carrie. Number 9. Ooh, Mary has a B-I-N-G. Ooh, Carrie, B-I-N-G. Mary with the B-I-N. Dana, B-I-N-G. Getting close, everybody. All right, shake, shake, shake. $20. All right, Denise and Cheryl with the B-I-N. Okay, the next number. 11. Number 11. You guys are working for this game, huh? All right. Next one. 19. Now, for those that are new, because I have a delay, as soon as somebody says bingo, that will be the first bingo. So, because you guys are behind me, that means you don't even see these numbers yet. So, all right, Sue has a B-I-N-G, Olivia, B-I-N. All right, next one, 8. Number 8. All right, here we go. Barbara has a B-I-N. Okay, let's shake them up. Ooh, Denise has a B-I-N. 22. Oh, somebody must be here. My doggy's barking. Oh, good, Cheryl. It's fun to play for fun, so if you've already got a bingo, then obviously you can't win again, but it's fun to play. So Denise has a B-I-N-G, Carol, Barbara. All right. Oh, I have clue. All right, more B-I-N-Gs. We're getting close. 2. Number 2. Oh, Carrie has a bingo. Let's look. So she has a 2, a 9, a 15, 24, and a 28. Carrie, that is a good bingo. So Carrie has a bingo. Barbara has a bingo. Okay, let's see, Barbara. Let's see. So Barbara has a 2, an 8, 11, 19, and 26. Barbara, you have a consolation prize. Congratulations. Okay, let me write these down. So Carrie is bingo number 1. And Barbara is, let's see, number 3, actually. Carrie's number 3. And then Barbara is number 3 consolation prize. All right, congratulations. Yay. Boy, that was a good one. Everybody was getting down to the end. So only those 2, correct? Nobody else? All right, congratulations. Yay. All right, so we are done with that. Congrats, you guys. All right, so now we are on to card number 4. Yay. So card number 4, let me grab the other stamp set real quick. So this is the stamp set that we used again for the next card. And we're going to use the You Are Such a Blessing. And we're going to use this leaf right here. And one more thing is we used also the Leaf Fall 3D folder. So this is what we used here. So let's move those aside. And this is our card. So it's got a lot of the distressed gold on it. I love the distressed gold. So we used that everywhere as our backup. Oh, I always put my little measurements and stuff in here, or my colors I used or whatever. Again, I used the DSP on the inside, and then I added a little strip of the distressed, so it just kind of goes, you know, with the paper. So when you get your kit, it's going to look like this. So let's just pull it out. Be careful. These are the metallic adhesive dots, and this is the more coppery rose gold kind of color. So that's what we're going to use. We'll put that aside. Let's slide everything off the top and let's go to the inside. So here is your inside. And what we're going to do is, I left them long for the most of you. I started cutting them and then I was like, you know what, I'm going to leave them long. And then that way you can adhere them and make sure that they're the length you want and all that good stuff. So, you know how sometimes cutting, you're like, how is that a little bit short, right? So let's add our DSP, and yeah, that's too long, but that's okay. I'm going to turn it sideways because it's easier for me to see, because I can see the white, and then that way I know just to go down right there. And then this one, I like to use my my tip here, my glue tip bottle. And this one got a little bent. I'm going to do it this side. And you just need a little bit, right? So I'm just going to do right about to there because I know I'm cutting that end off. And then I'm just going to line it right up next to it. I hold it out this way so I can slide it down and over as close as I can without, you don't want to come out too far here, but you want it to line up flat and not over your paper. And then I'm just going to take these and cut this. Okay, so there we go. That's our inside. I'm going to wipe those off now because I have glue all over all my scissors. This is my glue scissors. The ones with the ribbon on them are not my glue scissors. Okay, so let's go ahead and adhere that on the inside. Good night, Janelle. Oh, thank you, Denise. I appreciate it. All right, so again, I decided, you know, the natural color with the crumb cake, I didn't really want to add another layer behind it. I want this to be my main focus. It's so pretty and it matches the front nicely. This is a super simple card. So when you get your cards do your measurements if you want to do this card in the future. So funny story about this card, I'm going to tell you really quickly, is I did another card and I ended up not, I should have kept it and showed it to you. I threw it away. I had it and I looked at it and it was just too much. It was just too much stuff. Oh, power flickering. I hope the rain doesn't go around us this time. Oh, okay. Oh, Nancy Lee, I'll hurry. Um, so then what I did, thanks Carrie. So then what I did is I just didn't like it. And so I was showing my upline. She did the same card. We kind of were crafting together. And we were both like, you know what? And so I tried to change it up and I still didn't like it. So it was down to getting ready for bingo. Everything was done. And I was like, okay, I need to do something different. But I wanted to use the pumpkin paper. But it was just too much. So I had the pumpkin paper and I had the gold around it, and then I had the Cajun Craze little stripe paper down the side with the banner on the front like we used on the other one, and I put leaves, and I just was too much. And so I stopped and I was like, okay, I need to come up with something else. And then my upline said, well, what about this other sorry, I've got spam calling me. What about this other template card, you know? And so she showed it to me and I'm like, oh, I like that. And she's like, well, I copied it from you. So then she showed me the card that I did and I was like, oh yeah. So I went and pulled the card out and that's how I got this one. So, you know, sometimes you just have to go back to, you know, the drawing board and think about some cards that you've created that you really liked. I just loved this paper and these colors and I wanted to do something. So this is DSP, embossing folder, so I'm going to add my glue on here because I like glue with embossing folders. I just want to make sure it adheres well and stays down there. And so we're just going to put that right here in the middle. And that's our first panel. Now we're going to do our DSP, which is so pretty. So think about it when you're doing your cut. See how this one shows 3 pumpkins. This one, you know, they show them a little bit differently, but as long as you have a pumpkin, hopefully everybody's, you know, looks okay. I used what I had because I didn't have, you know, I had a lot of the paper, but I don't now. And I used what I had up. But if you're recreating it, you know, kind of think about that if you're only doing one card. All right, we're just going to center this. I have to tell you that I just ordered a bunch of this distressed gold. Thank goodness, because now it's out of stock, I found out, but it will be coming back. So if you don't have any, you know, be on the lookout for it because it's just too pretty. Okay, and then of course our circles. And I believe this came from our stitch circle dies, I believe. Let me look. Hold on. I have dies everywhere, so I think no, it wasn't our layering circles is what I was thinking. I think they came from, yes, the stylish shapes is where they came from right here. So these dies, when you do the die cutting, you get the stitched on your circle and on the outside. So if you want to circle in your project and then take this away and use it for something else, you'll have the stitched around and you can have like a peekaboo card or whatever. So that's kind of a fun element about these. Okay, so for this, we're going to do a little bit of coloring. So let's move that up. Again, super simple. Except I lost my tablet. How is that possible? Oh, because I moved it with my leaves. All right, here we go. All right, so for this one, I did our sentiment first. And so we're going to use our You Are Such a Blessing. And the colors in here, I'm going to use Mossy Meadow, because I wanted to do something a little bit different. You could do black, but it's dark enough to where it just gives it that little bit of a different look. And so we're going to use You Are Such a Blessing and put it right in the middle. And you don't really have to measure or anything, just kind of, you know, in the middle as you can. Works out perfect. And now we're going to take that beautiful leaf that's in this set, which is right here, and we're going to use some different colors. So I used Mossy Meadow and I used Cajun Craze, and I definitely stamped off. So let's just test it because, again, I have newer ink pads than when I created these. So let's do Cajun Craze first. I always like to do the lighter first. 1, 2, 3. So 3 looks good. See how 2 is? Normally on my old pads 2 would have been fine, but I think it's just still a little too dark because I want it to kind of be a little softer. Oh, good, Laura. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Again, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So there we go. Now you could leave it like that because you did do your font in the green. So that's kind of a nice look right there too. You could put 2 little stones right there and you could make it look completely different. But I really like the green on there. So I just wipe that off with a baby wipe. I want to make sure I get it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Again, I want 3. 1, 2. I'm going to do it coming down a little bit. 3. Okay. I didn't want the points going to each other like they did there. I'll do a little bit different. And then 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So it's kind of whatever you want. And I'm actually going to add a tip right there. So just to kind of fill, because it kind of came in white right there. So I'm going to just fill it in. If you spaced them out a little bit more, you could just do the 4, but I wanted to add just a little bit more. All right, so see, you can already tell, look at how, you know, bold this is because they're new stamp pads, but if you re-ink them, you know, they would come out like that. But sometimes you come across stamps that you're using and you don't want to re-ink them because you want that look. Especially when I do green, I'll re-ink them, and then when I use the leaves pick up the lighter and the darker green, and then they really look like a variegated, and it's so pretty. So a lot of times when I do bigger leaves, like the seedling leaf for sure, I would have done the re-inking them, and then you can get the different shades. All right, so we're going to bring this in. You can just kind of go around. What I do, and then put this, I lightly put it on there just so you can kind of make sure that it's in the middle. I think right there is okay. All right, now let's bring in this. We've already done our inside. We're going to adhere this one. And you could pop them up if you wanted, just kind of decide what you want. I decided not to because I wanted to pop up this and this. So this one's going to go flat down. And again, I just kind of leave yourself a little border. What is the difference between Stampin' Up! Black and Memento? The Stampin' Up! Black is the old one, right? We don't have that anymore. And I think that's a craft ink. And then this one is, it's a dye ink. Let me see, I think it's a water-based dye ink. And then the other one is a craft ink. It's a little bit different. I love this black ink. Is the one. I don't use the old black one from Stampin' Up! Anymore. I had it a long time ago. It stays on. Okay, so Memento is a dye ink. So with this one, you can't use watercolors with them. If you use watercolor with this black will smear. So think of stays on like alcohol markers. You don't want to put those two together. You use this one and alcohol, and then they don't blend. I mean, they can if you oversaturate it, but you don't want to smear it. If you use watercolor, you definitely want to use StazOn because this is a water base and they'll smear together for sure. So StazOn is more permanent, so it's like alcohol. So you use it with water. And then this is more water based, so the alcohol doesn't mess up with this one because you want opposites when you stamp with black. I rarely use StazOn. So, all right, so this is going to go in here, and you can use water with Memento. You just have to be super careful not to saturate it, and if it, you know, you're going in the lines and you're super careful about it, it's not so bad, but yeah, you just got to be careful. All right, so we're going to do this. Because it's a fairly good sized panel, I'm going to put one in the middle. Memento is usually my go-to all the time. All right, so now we're going to just kind of put this, I want it towards the edge. You don't want all this empty brown, and you do want to see all these pretty leaves right here. And when you get your kit, you will have all your leaves right here. So I did emboss those for you. I just cannot stamp and die cut images for you. All right, so I want it down a little bit. I want it to the right, so that's about good. And then this one, I want it in. I want to see this, but I kind of want to fill that up a little bit. Now, this is already raised, so you're going to need dimensionals down here so it's even, but you're going to need glue up here. So we're just going to put a round bit of glue right here, and I'm going to add 2 dimensionals in my corner. Oops, look at that. I did it the wrong way. So, look at me, I was all in a hurry. So 2 dimensionals, I'm going to put 1 here and 1 here. Yeah. There we go. And then add more glue right here, adhesive. All right, so we're going to take this off. And you got to be careful because this is really delicate. It's thicker than that other foil paper, I think, but still. Okay, I want to show this. You want that to be even, so as long as your sentiment is right below the big parts, right below the gold. Just make sure it's aligned where you want it. Okay, so there's that. And now we're going to put our embellishments on. So we'll do the large one right here. And a small, and then we're going to add another small up here, and I just pick a flat spot up here in between the leaves. All right, so there we go. So super simple, but just so elegant looking. I just love how, you know, it's just blingy with distressed gold. I love the distressed gold. I hope they keep it because it's just so pretty. Now, you could have taken, you know, like we did on the other card, the crumb cake on crumb cake, and taken that leaf and stamped it around if you wanted. You could add gold leafing on here. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can do. And so there is card number 4. So we have one more bingo to go. Yay, I hope you guys like it. Oh, Dolores, I do. This Harvest, the whole suite, I absolutely love. So I hope you guys liked it. All right, so let me see where my card's at. Let me move this out of the way. Piled behind me. All right, so bingo, number 4. Oh, thank you, you guys. I'm glad you liked them. Ooh, Dolores, you will now. Thanks, Carol. Thanks, Denise. Thanks, Carrie. I'm glad you liked them. All right, here we go. Last bingo. For those of you that have already won, please send me your list for your order. I leave town Saturday. I want to get your order put in, and consolation prizes will just come with your kits. They should be mailed on Thursday. Hi, Leslie. All right, number 5. $13. Number 8. Again, don't forget my September bingo is available. You can sign up now. There's a link below. It's on my blog. If you are interested in the tree lot dies and envelopes, I'm not including the people that won bingo because that will not count towards it. But if you put in a $150 order with me, I will send these to you for free. I think I have 5 or 6 left. I had 5 guaranteed I knew, but the rest I had to go count and figure out what I had. And I still have, let me look. I still have 5 left, 5 more. So those that have already purchased, thank you so, so much. But if you are looking for these, I'm trying to reach my 100,000. I'm very close. And so if you do, then I will send those to you for free. $27. Lots of bees coming up. Pamela with the BI already. Oh, and so is Barbara. 20. $18. Ooh, a BIN from Pam. Number 3. Number 3. Number 30. So while I'm gone, if you guys want to come back and on this video leave a message on what kind of treat holder do you want to see, what you're thinking about for the next bingo. And also let me know about October's bingo. What do you want to see? Do you want to see more Christmas stuff? Do you want to see the main catalog? Do you want to see a combination? Let me know what kind of items you want to see for October's bingo. October is my birthday month, so we're going to have to do something special for that month. Not that I celebrate them anymore. My son makes fun and says, you know, about me getting older, and I'm like, hey, when you're my age, you earned every year. I will take it. Pamela, B-I-N-G. Wow. Number 10. Number 10. And it goes without saying, if anybody is interested in joining my team, I would love to have you. And right now is a perfect time during Sale-a-bration. you'll get that beautiful planner that is available, and you get a stamp set with it, and it's really a cool planner. And I don't know if you've seen it in person. You probably have, or seen it online, but this is the size of it. It's nice and big, and I'll go into detail about it in a little bit. But for $99, you can join my team, and it's so fun seeing all the stuff, sneak peeks and early purchasing and all that. And if you don't want to do it as a business, you definitely don't have to. You could just be a coupon shopper and a discount shopper and get a discount. BIN is Tabitha, Judy, Cynthia, Eileen. 22. Pamela is so close to a bingo. One number away for Pamela. Number 9. Number 4. Oh, Diane has a BING also. $23. 23. I want to thank everybody for playing bingo. I really appreciate it. I enjoy bingo. I think it's so much fun because we get to chat, and sometimes when you're doing a regular bingos, it seems like time goes, videos, it goes so fast. 25. 25. Oops. Boy, you're doing good, Cheryl. You are so welcome, Carrie. Number 7. Ooh, Cynthia has a BING. Eileen, BING. Oh, good, Carrie. You know, it's funny. I had a lady tell me one time that she just saw my video. It was somebody I saw in person and met. And she was just like, I just want them to do their bingo or do their video and do the card, and that's it. I don't want to hear all their stories. I don't want to hear, but I like the stories. I like to, you got to fill in dead air, right? There's a lot of dead air and when you're creating or you're working on something. So Judy has a Bing. Number 15. So it's fun. Okay, 15. Denise and Mary both with a BI. Catherine with a BIN. Dana, a Bing, BING. Almost there. Oh, good, Carrie. And don't forget, if any of you guys are going to on stage, please come say hi, because I do not know who you are, but you know who I am. So come say hi. 29. Oh, boy. These trolls have nothing else to do. Must be a sad life. Have to go bother people. I'm removing them. Okay, I think they're all removed. All right, Mary, and Nancy Lee have a BIN. Okay, there's a few numbers left. There's got to be a number in here somewhere, right? Shake, shake, shake. All right, next number, 11. 11. All right. Next one, 24. Diane has a bingo. Let's see. 5, 9, 11, 13, and 20. 20. Diane, you do have a bingo. Congratulations. All right, congratulations to Diane. Let me write that down. Diane, I think you are lucky when you play bingo. Okay. Congratulations. I don't see any others. Oh, you guys are so welcome. Thank you. So here are the cards. Card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. We'll just pop that up. I want to make sure you can see them all. And card number 4. So 3 fall cards and a Christmas card. I just had to put this one in there because I just love it. And I hope you guys like them. And so for those that maybe are interested, here's that planner. It comes with a stamp set. It comes with, I just put in July, August, September, October, November, December. That's how I did it. And there's notes section. There's a lot of paper that you can, put in different things. There's a couple of these little tablet things that you can add in here. So there's a lot of things. And there's a stamp set that's really fun. There's stickers. So there's all kinds of things. Oh, here's the stickers. There's all kinds of things, and you would get this all for free just by being a discount shopper. So if you're interested, this will end at the end of this month, I believe. So it's the end of Sale-a-bration. If there's any Sale-a-bration items that you are interested in, don't forget to try and get those right away, because they are going to, as they're going out of stock, they will not be replaced. Let's see, congratulations to all the winners. Yes, congratulations everybody. Thank you. I will be on my personal Facebook, not my personal one, my business Facebook page, Marcie Besecker Designs, and I will update you guys on the baby and that kind of stuff. If you have any questions, please leave messages, write to me, whatever. I'm going to be available. I'm going to have a lot of downtime when the baby's sleeping, when mom's sleeping, when we're waiting, all that kind of stuff. We are going back to our hotel, so I'll be on my laptop. I'll have it and do some work. I'm bringing my swaps to work on. So I will be doing that and thinking about the projects for next month's bingo and that kind of stuff. So I hope you'll join me for that. Again, don't forget, Stampin Storage is having this great sale. Tomorrow is the last day. The code is right here by the red arrow, just for you 22. And you need to use an affiliate link, and I would really appreciate if you use mine. It is linked below in the YouTube. It's also on my blog on the right side. Just scroll down and you'll find it there. As always, when you go shopping with me and you go to my blog, I have a big circle that says shop my online store. Right below that is the most current host code. So anytime you're putting in an order that is less than $150, please use the host code. I'd really appreciate it. Just copy it and take it right into the shop with you. And right when you see your dollar amount on the right hand side at the very top, it'll say enter your coupon or host code or something like that. That's where it will go. I greatly appreciate your guys' business and playing bingo. That does help me too in my business because I have to purchase more product to create all the projects for you, and that helps me. And I'm so close to my 100,000. I'm super excited about it. I'm definitely going to be doing some giveaways after I hit that, so be looking for that. So I'm probably going to take all of my orders from August until I hit my thing, which I'm thinking will be in August, and I will be doing raffles and stuff. So hopefully any orders that come in that are customer orders, I will put your name in a drawing. Oh, I will be kissing them. Thank you. I'll be spoiling them, Gloria. I said I have a little suitcase for me and a big suitcase for baby. Thank you so much, you guys. I will definitely be posting pictures. I appreciate you. I hope you sign up for next month's bingo. I would greatly appreciate it. Come back, leave a comment. Let me know what kind of things you want to see during videos and bingo. So when I come back, I can check it all out and plan my next upcoming videos. Thanks a lot. Have a great rest of your night. And I will see you not until I'm taking off. What is today? Tuesday. I will not do a video tomorrow, and I will not do one Sunday, Wednesday, or Sunday because I will be gone. So I will see you all soon. Bye, everybody. Thank you.